Frank? Where are you and your mom? I can't spot you anywhere.
Huh?
I just came out of the bathroom and you're not where I left you. Did you go into a store or something?
Well, we're not in a shop right now. We did step into one briefly, and I treated myself to some new sneakers and a stylish belt, but we've left the store since. I did use your credit card for the purchase, though. It cost a bit, but I figured it's not a big deal. You'll settle it eventually, and that's what credit cards are for, right?
I can't believe you used my credit card again without my permission. I will just let this slide because I don't want to ruin our vacation. I won't next time. Anyway, where are you two now? We don't want to miss our tour. We don't have time for a game of hide and seek right now.
We've already moved on.
What? You've left? What do you mean by that?
I mean exactly what I've said. We've left and joined the tour on our own. We arrived at the location early, and the tour guide decided to start early, allowing us more time to explore.
But what about me?
What do you mean, what about you?
What am I supposed to do now? You both just left without me.
Well, that's not my fault. You took an awfully long time in the bathroom. Not everyone can adhere to your schedule. To be honest, we didn't want to miss out on the tour because you were taking so long. It seemed like you were having some stomach issues, which might have limited how far you could walk without needing the restroom. I'd have had to stay with you, given that I'm your husband, and miss out on this amazing historical experience. Is that fair to me?
When have I ever prevented you from doing something just because I couldn't do it? If you wanted to explore, I would have found something to occupy myself with. I don't need constant supervision just because I might have an upset stomach. It doesn't mean I would stop you from enjoying yourself.
Well, great. It means that Mom and I can do our own thing for the rest of this trip, and you can focus on what you need to do with your stomach issue. We don't want to miss out on the fun activities we had in mind, like kayaking on the local river.
Me having fun separately while you enjoy a tour is one thing, but completely abandoning me for the entire trip is a different story. How can you be so selfish and inconsiderate? I didn't choose to have an upset stomach. And as my husband, I expected some empathy and support from you to make the best of the situation. We could go back to the hotel and have a relaxing day together.
Why should it be my responsibility to take care of you when you're sick? I'm not the one who's sick, so I shouldn't have to sacrifice my fun time just because you are. I want to make the most of this trip and have fun. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I can't just abandon my mom. That would be impolite.
Are you seriously telling me this? I can't believe you. You're actually going to leave me in a foreign country while you and your mom go off doing who knows what. Don't you care about my well-being at all?
Well, now that you've asked, no, not really.
What?
I've been wanting to say something for a while now, actually. I haven't been happy in our relationship. I often feel like you're consistently bringing me down. I want to be married to someone who nags me instead of allowing me to be myself. My mom shares this sentiment. She believes you're rather dull, and I deserve a more fun spouse. You see, I'm planning to explore various sites and attractions in this foreign country, some of which you might not be interested in. I won't let you dictate what I can or cannot do anymore. It's as simple as that.
I see. But if you've been feeling this way, why haven't you talked to me about it? We could have discussed our issues and worked through them together. How about you meet me after the tour and we can have a proper conversation? We can address our concerns and find a solution together. That's what married couples should do when facing problems. Communicate and work things out.
How clingy can you be? Well, I'm not interested in that. I made my mind up some time ago. I know I don't want to stay in this relationship and I want a divorce.
Divorce? Is that really what you want? You don't even want to attempt to work things out together?
It would just be a waste of my time.
Wow, thanks. What happened to in sickness and in health? Do those vows mean nothing to you?
Well, they're just words. They don't hold any meaning for me.
Great. Thanks for letting me know. Why did you even bring me on this trip if you felt so strongly about leaving me?
Well, let's face it, you earn a good income. I couldn't have afforded a 2-week trip to Europe for me and my mom on my own. Your financial support was exactly what I needed. Now that we're here, I can do as I please.
You're despicable. You brought me along just to use my money? If that's the way you want to act, then fine. Just return my card and backpack. Afterward, we can both move on and have nothing to do with each other ever again.
No, I don't think so.
What?
I won't be giving you your backpack.
You can't just leave me in a foreign country and take my purse. It has my passport and all my money in it.
Oh, what do you think I wanted? I'm not gonna use my own money when I can use yours.
What are you on about?
Well, considering all the issues you've caused me with your unenthusiastic attitude, I thought I'd use your money to fund the remainder of my trip and enjoy the fun I deserve. I also want to treat my mom a bit, so I'll use your money for that as well. She's in a nice place. She deserves it.
You can't do that.
Actually, I can. And I did. Consider it compensation for all the trips I missed out on because you thought they were too unsafe or too expensive. I believe I deserve some enjoyment. And you can foot the bill as a way to make up for the trouble you've put me through.
If anyone should be offering an apology here, it's you. You've treated me horribly, and I haven't done anything to deserve it. I can't wait to get home and put some distance between us.
Well, it seems you won't be getting home anytime soon. I've got your passport with me, so you're kinda stuck here. Honestly, it's a relief not having to deal with you anymore. So it's a win for me. Anyway, I'm going now. I have a lot to do with my day, like indulging in the things I've always wanted. I have no intention of spending the day texting you. Who knows, I might even meet a nice girl to hang out with. There's one who's been quite friendly on this tour. Maybe I'll see where it leads.
Are you really telling me that you're planning to be unfaithful? Do you not realize the potential risks involved? You don't even know that woman. She could have ulterior motives.
Well, I hope so. It's been a while since I've had some fun.
You know what? Whatever. I don't care what you do. I'm done with you and your disgusting behavior.
Yeah, whatever. Good luck getting back home.
Don't worry about me. I'll be just fine. It's you who should be concerned with your recklessness. I won't be surprised if you end up being taken advantage of.
As if that would ever happen. I'm much smarter than you. I was so confident in my plan that I didn't even bring my own money or cards because I knew I could rely on yours. That's how brilliant I am.
You didn't bring any of your own money or cards?
Nope. What would I need them for when I have yours?
Well, you just gave me an idea for something. Thank you for that.
Huh?
It's nothing. You've just added some sunshine to my day. Now, if you don't mind, I have an important call to make.
Whatever. Just leave me be. See ya.
Oh, Kim. Frank and I are having the most delightful time on our vacation. You're missing out on so much. LOL. I mean, my son and I are truly enjoying ourselves. If you're interested, you'll have to cover your expenses.
I've managed to secure enough to move out, thanks to that.
Huh? I'm a bit confused. Frank informed me that he has all your money and cards. So how do you plan to move out without the funds or your passport to return home? Do you really think I'm gullible enough to fall for your bluff?
Yes, I really do think so.
What? How dare you?
I've managed to return home. I contacted the American Embassy and explained the situation. Fortunately, they arranged an emergency passport and put me on the next available flight a couple of days ago. Once back, I started packing up my belongings from the house. I won't stay with someone who callously takes my things and abandons me in a foreign country. What? But that's not... That's exactly what happened, and you know it. You're practically gloating about me being left in such a situation. But I wouldn't be celebrating if I were you.
What do you mean? Why not?
Well, did you know that most banks encourage you to report stolen or lost cards to prevent unauthorized use? They can even offer a bit of financial assistance if you're in a foreign country to avoid leaving you stranded. Banks can do quite a lot these days. It's remarkable, isn't it?
Wait. Kim? What have you done?
Oh, not much. I've simply followed the bank's advice, which includes canceling all my cards and getting new ones sent to me here at home.
But that means the cards Frank has are...
Completely useless. Yes.
Oh no. But we've been using them for everything. When did you contact the bank?
Only on the very first day you and your son left me behind.
So, for the past few days, we haven't been covering our expenses?
I suppose not. You might have some angry people on your hands.
Please, you have to assist us.
No way. After what you did to me, this is the least you deserve.
I'll inform Frank about all of this.
Good. I hope you do. He deserves to understand the predicament he's gotten himself into.
Fine, I'll inform him. Then you'll see.
We'll see about that.
Kim, my mom just told me what you've done. Why would you do that?
Why? Maybe because the man who was supposed to love me chose to abandon me in a foreign country, stealing all my money and my only means of returning home. Reporting it to my bank was the least I could do. That's why I've also decided to sell all your belongings to recover the money you have already spent on my cards. Honestly, I thought it was a rather clever idea. I've already nearly recovered the expenses from the trip.
But that's all my stuff, including my consoles, clothes, and everything.
Yep, and let's not forget the headphones and games too. It's all up for sale.
I can't believe you've gone this far. This has to be illegal. It's my property, so you can't just sell it.
Well, technically, since I bought most of this stuff for you, I have legal ownership of it. LOL.
But that's not fair. Please stop messing with my belongings.
Oh, and I've also listed the house for sale.
What? That can't be possible or legal, can it?
Well, considering the mortgage is in my name, not yours, it's entirely legal. I have the right to sell the house, and I'll receive all the proceeds from the sale, while you won't get a penny.
That can't be right. I'm your husband. I should get a share from the house sale.
Actually, you're not my husband anymore.
What? Don't be absurd. I'm still your husband.
Actually, no, you're not. Not anymore. I initiated the divorce process right after I returned from Europe, just as you wished. It was quite straightforward, especially after I shared with my lawyers what you put me through during our trip. They were more than willing to assist me in winning my case and ending our marriage.
Hold on. Lawyers?
Yes. When I disclosed how you treated me and took my money and passport, they immediately took action to start the divorce proceedings. I don't believe they wanted to see me married to you any more than I did. I've given the divorce papers to your brother, along with the remaining items from the house. Well, the ones I didn't purchase. As it turns out, there were only 2 boxes full. The rest of the things were things you had acquired from me. My lawyers will be in touch with you shortly regarding compensation. Judging by their discussions, it seems you'll be paying a substantial amount in compensation.
What? Oh, hold on a second. Let's not rush into this. We can discuss this. Perhaps we don't need to go through with the divorce. We can find a way to address our issues. Can we please talk about it?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
I provided you with multiple opportunities to talk to me and to attempt to resolve our problems while we were abroad. Instead, you chose to steal my belongings and abandon me. Thankfully, I managed to reach the embassy and they helped me return home. Now that I'm back, all I want is to remove you from my life once and for all. I don't need someone so self-centered, awful, and utterly despicable in my life.
But what about the house?
What about it? Considering the house was in my name, I thought I'd sell it and move to a better place.
What about me?
That's your concern now. I no longer have to be your caretaker. I can finally live my life freely and on my own terms without having to support you. Anyway, my lawyers have advised me not to communicate with you any further. If you have anything to convey, please go through them. Goodbye.
No, wait.
The divorce proceedings ended smoothly due to the substantial evidence I had, including the text Frank sent me during our trip. He was also ordered to pay substantial compensation for the way he treated me. When Frank and his mom returned to the United States, the authorities were already informed about the theft and fraud they had attempted against me. Both Frank and Natalie were apprehended, but I decided not to press charges. However, I did request a restraining order against both of them, which the court promptly granted. Since then, I've sold my former house and found a new home that better suits my preferences. I've also begun casually dating someone. While it's not yet serious, dating him is enjoyable, and we're having a great time together. Hopefully, this time I won't end up in a foreign country without funds if I continue seeing him. Regarding Natalie and Frank, both of them are marked as scammers by the police, and the banks kept a vigilant watch on their activities. flagging certain transactions until they could verify the payment method. Frank had to move back in with his mom as he couldn't afford a new apartment. I don't feel remorse for my actions, as I believe they both got what they deserved for their treatment of me. However, I wish it hadn't come to this, but some individuals need to learn life lessons the hard way, and Frank is certainly one of those people.